As if losing a loved one isn't hard enough, a widow in Wiliamson County had to wait for more than 90 days to get her husband's death certificate until we stepped in to help.
The document is needed to access bank accounts, life insurance policies, and other important financial information. KXAN's Eugene Cho found out one of the factors that played a role may have affected thousands of death records.
We had been married 38 years.
An album full of memories. Gail's husband died in October.
You're just helpless. You're at God's mercy at that point.
She didn't want us to use her last name, but told us the journey she's been on to get his death certificate.
We were just being put off.
Made dealing with grief even more difficult.
Everything was still hung up in a system that wasn't working.
In Gail's situation, the Texas Department of Health Services told me they needed to have an autopsy report to issue the final death certificate. So that took some time. They admitted, however, there was a hang-up on their end during this whole process. They didn't explain what that was.
But as this was happening to Gail, we discovered the state was having an issue transitioning to new software. About 20,000 medical examiners, justices of the peace, and funeral directors use this program to process death records. The state said getting everyone their logins and training them took time. Gail believes her case was affected.
Their system wasn't talking to the state system, so actually there was a glitch, just a wall.
It's unconscionable to me that we have hang-ups or glitches.
Before being elected county judge, Bill Gravel was justice of the peace.
Records that I completed as a justice of the peace, like the 28th, 29th, and 30th of December, and those death certificates that I finalized, some of those records have even been lost.
Gail and Gravel want the state to improve its system and make grieving families a top priority.
Oh, definitely.
The first thing I'd like the state to do is to answer the phone when our staff calls.
Eugene Cho, KXAN News.
Another issue that may have played a role is the 2018 election. In Wiliamson County, there were 3 new justices of the peace that took office on January 1st. The new judges had to learn the ropes and learn the state's new system all at the same time. Meanwhile, the Department of State Health Services telling us that new program, TexEver, is running fine now.
The processing of a death certificate goes like this. The funeral home puts in the initial information to start the process. Then a judge or medical examiner is assigned to the case. It's then sent over to the Justice of the Peace. That person can make any amendments that they see fit. If an autopsy is ordered, it could take anywhere from 1 to 6 months just to get that report back. The Justice of the Peace will then finish the record online, and it's then available for families.